Amor, it's your homie Torre. What's up, familiar? Hey, that's a good question, my bro. But to answer you, no, Nation sweaters were not homemade. So club sweaters were typically made by the city's major knitting mills. There was a good number of knitting mills supplying Chicago clubs with Nation sweaters, but some of the most well-known were Chicago Knitting Mills, Logan Knitting Mills, Santos Sports, and Southside Knitting Mills. Now, throughout the 1980s, a lot of these knitting mills would refuse to make Nation sweaters for clubs anymore, and this was for several reasons. And I'll give you one good example, homie. In the late 1970s, Logan Knitting Mills had a particular incident where a club had ordered a large number of club sweaters, and on collection day, an opposition club was lying in wait armed to the teeth, so they basically ended up pulling a heist. So from that day forward, Logan Knitting Mills would refuse to make club sweaters anymore. So by the end of the 80s, there was only one knitting mill in the whole city making Nation sweaters, which is Chicago Knitting Mills on Montrose. And as for homemade sweaters, I have seen one in my lifetime, but let's just say it looks very different. Here it is in the photo, bro. Now that being said, I do have an old school homemade King's patch from Montrose and Paulina, and from what I'm told, there was only originally 7 made, and I'm lucky to have one of those. Hey, I hope I answered your question, fam. I want to send much love and respect, and don't forget, we got the Trust None movie poster hats available, red and blue. We got the posters available. Visit my TikTok showcase to get them. And lastly, visit Hood Kings Memorabilia Store for the most lit old school Nation emblems. We got you. Will not be disappointed. Hey, Mort.